Surname for Sunday with the middle name Morning. Using Morning as a middle name, first of all, I've got like a few considerations I would keep in mind. So first of all, I wouldn't want to use a place name. It's like Vienna Morning. I think that sounds really pretty, but it also just like evokes the name of like a painting or something. I wouldn't use a color name, like Violet Morning. Sounds pretty, but also I feel like that's something you would see on like a paint swatch at the hardware store. And one that I don't think is like as cut and dry for me with my personal preferences, you don't have to follow these. I wouldn't use most word names. Some word names I still think work, but I think most of them, for my preferences, they wouldn't. When I'm thinking about pairing first and middle names, I'm somebody who likes alliteration and mirroring sounds. That's something people either really like or they really do not. I'm in the really like it camp. So first I'd be looking for names that have OR in there. So I pulled a good handful. I'm just gonna read them all. Nora, Alora, Rory, Marjorie, Mallory, Lenora, Leora, Doris, Orla, Dorothea, Lorna, Thora, Soren, and Eudora. And if mirroring the OR sounds isn't like floating your boat, I also really like when names have both an M and an N in there, and I think that just comes from my own name, Morgan. And since Morning has that, like mirroring that in the first and middle could sound really pretty, like Romina Morning, Ramona Morning, Marina Morning, and Marion Morning. Breaking my own rule with the word names, I really like Melody Morning too. And then looking at names with both an M and an R in there, I was thinking Samara Morning or Marlo Morning. Morning as a middle name feels like a little more whimsical, like maybe like a little more daring of an option. Sometimes I really like to contrast that with like a very solid, like down-to-earth old name. So with Morning, I was thinking kind of like glamorous grandma names. Diana, Marceline, Inez, Wilhelmina, Betty. Hear me out on that. Betty Morning. I thought that was so cute. Betty doesn't feel as glamorous as the rest of these, but I did really like it. Wilhelmina, Betty. Oh, I just had those two. Felicity. And then Julia, spelled the Italian way. Loretta and Enola. A like nitpicky pattern I found myself liking with names. So there's like the G sound in Morning. When there's a G sound in either the first or middle name, I feel like it usually sounds really nice if there's an L sound in the other one. So, and then I was keeping in mind Sunday is a sister name with this list. So Evelyn, Felicity, Lyra, Luetta, Valerie, Cordelia, Laramie, Althea, Adalia, and Fiorella. I'm also a big fan of alliteration just with the first letter, so any M name. I will say a lot of the two-syllable M names with Morning can feel like a little character name-ish, which is a vibe sometimes I like to lean into, but that one's just gonna be like completely up to your preference. So like Marlo Morning kind of sounds like she'd be like in a book or something, but if you do like a three-syllable one like Marceline Morning, for me it kind of takes that away, like the sing-songy rhythm of it. I don't know if that makes sense. But this was a very fun prompt to think about. Good luck naming your little baby and congratulations.